All right, good morning, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. A lot to cover today, guys. Welcome back once again. Welcome for to those that have subscribed to my channel. They're new. So much to talk about. I miss you guys. I've been busy with my family members that came down, but I'm gonna make this video this morning for you. Hope you guys like it, and I'm gonna give you the playoff scenario as of what's happening. So here's the playoff picture right now. The first round bye as of yesterday. Okay, all the games are final. This is what happened. So we have the Chiefs at number one seed. We know that already. We have the Vikings so far with the first round and a bye. But of course, remember, they have a matchup with Detroit in the last game of the season for the division. Here's what's incredible, guys. One of these teams who lose will be in a wild card. I think this is the first time in NFL history that a team with probably 14 wins and 3 losses and they're a wild card. That is crazy. Then we have the Broncos against the Bills, which is number two seed. Then we have the Chargers at the Ravens, and then we have the Steelers at 10-6 with the Texans. Let me say something about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I pick them to win the division. I really do. Well, between them and the Ravens, to be honest with you, they are struggling, defense, offensive wise. Tomlin needs to turn it around. They do play a rivalry game against the Bengals. It must win. Now, I'm going to give the player implication for the last week because it just got very interesting yesterday. So we have the Packers losing to the Vikings. That was a heck of a game, too. They'll face the Eagles, then the Commanders, the Rams, and then the Lions and Buccaneers. So look at that. The Lions at 13-2 and they're fifth seed. But if they win and win the division, the Vikings will go down to the fifth seed. That is amazing, guys. All right, let's talk about these teams that play Saturday and Sunday that they needed to win and one really lost. So we had Cincinnati beating the Broncos. The Broncos will face the Chief. If the Broncos lose to the Chief, these two teams can make it. The Bengals or the Dolphins. But if the Bengals lose against the Steelers, Dolphins got to win all out. They don't have to worry about the Bengals. But the Bengals are worried about the Dolphins. If Dolphins lose next week against the Jets and the Bengals win the game, they're in and Miami's out. Now, to finalize all this, just to finalize it, if Denver wins, because remember, the Chiefs are starting their backup players. If the Chiefs decided to lose and put the backups and Denver win the game, we have nothing else to talk about. The season is over for all this team, for the Bengals and the Dolphins. As you see, the Colts got eliminated yesterday by the New York Giants, which nobody didn't see that coming, but I did pick the Giants for the upset. All right, now we're going to talk to the final scenario, what's going to happen. I'm going to talk first about the NFC playoffs. Minnesota Vikings clinch a playoff berth. Will clinch a number one seed if they beat the Lions on Sunday night. Philadelphia 13-3 clinch the NFC East. The Rams clinch the NFC West. Tampa Bay 9-7, one game lead in the NFC South, but they would lose a tiebreaker to the Falcons. So the Falcons can win that one. On the wild card, you got Detroit at 13-2, clinch a playoffs berth. Will clinch the number one seed if they beat the Vikings on Sunday night. That's going to be a heck of a game. Then we got Washington Commanders 11-5, clinch a playoff berth last night. Own the NFC record tiebreaker over the Packers. You see, guys, this is getting amazing. It is getting amazing. We have great games. Great games. I mean, if you miss Sunday football, man, it is amazing what we saw on Sunday. And once again, anything can happen. This is the NFL, guys. Anything can happen. Let me tell you about the Miami Dolphins, not because I'm a Dolphin fan. They started the season 2-6. Since then, they're 6-2. They're 8-8. They finally hit the 500 mark. So that's something that you gotta give credit to the Dolphins and to Tua, especially coming back. My only concern with Tua now is that he is injured, and Tua might not even play against the Jets. Uh, Hearing McDaniel speaking yesterday that he doesn't need surgery, that opened an eyebrow for a second because I asked myself, that's not good news for the Dolphins. So it is really a serious injury that needs an ending season, and he's not going to play in the playoffs. I mean, there's a lot of things that we have to take in consideration. So that's one thing that I'm worried about. So the AFC scenario, okay, which is plain and simple. Uh, Miami win next game, and the Denver Broncos lose. Miami's in, and Cincinnati's out. The only way Cincinnati's in if Denver lose and Miami lose. So once again, it's going to get very, very interesting. Now, as you see here, I show the Broncos at 7, the Buccaneers at 4. The Falcons are still alive, believe it or not. Okay. Now, if the Buccaneers win, they'll wrap it up. That's plain and simple. Dolphins, who had 1%, 2%, 3% to make it, now they're 28%. The Bengals are 17% to make the playoffs. But once again, guys, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the game between the Dolphins and the Browns. There were a total of 19 penalties? 11 by the Dolphins and 9 or 20 penalties. 11 for the Dolphins and 9 for the Cleveland Browns. If you're going to win in this playoff, you got to be disciplined. And I'm worried that Mike McDaniel is not doing a good job with that. But anyhow, those that had doubts of the Dolphins going anywhere, you see how anything can happen in the playoffs? Anything can happen. Now, I'm not saying they're there yet, but if they beat the Jets, which that's another thing that I'm not going to take lightly, that is a divisional rival, and you have to understand that's not going to be easy for the Dolphins. And not only that, they even changed the schedule. And I knew the NFL was going to do that. They're going to play the 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock game so the team could wait till Miami finish the regular season and see if they're in or not, which that's ridiculous, man. That's something that at the end of the day, man, I'm going to say this. Regardless who you play, what time, what date, you just got to finish the job and do it. That's it. Don't know why the NFL decided to change that, but they did. They changed the schedule. So, it's intriguing and everybody can get involved and everybody can be happy and get home and watch out what's going to happen to my team. So, it's going to be a week of football at the end that we're going to say, wow, what's going to happen here? What's really going to happen here? Because this is it, week 18. After that, it's playoff time. So, then we got Browns and Ravens at the Ravens. We got Bengals at Pittsburgh. And that's going to be a Saturday game. And then we have on Sunday, which is the big one I was talking about earlier, at 4:25, it's the Chiefs going to the Broncos, by the way. It's at Broncos, so it's not at Chiefs. So they're going to have the starters. That's why I think they might be over then. And then the Dolphins at 4:25, they'll face the Jets. And don't be surprised they changed that game to 8 o'clock at night. Who knows? Then you got Vikings and Lions at 8:20. So very interesting what's going to happen in the NFL coming up on week 18. once again, thank you so much, those that have subscribed to the channel. Once again, thank you for all my fans. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and you guys also have a good New Year's. Uh, my thing is being prosper. Wish you the best. Wish everybody the best. Okay, for the coming 2025. Stay aggressive. Believe in yourself. Stay poised. Any challenge you have, hey, you fight it off because you are a fighter at the end of the day. You are a believer at the end of the day. So I wish you guys the best. Uh, and like I say, I'm ready to take off with the channel. Hopefully in 2025 we could do a better job. I know it takes time. I still got a full time job. You know, I I turned 58 this month, and I thank God for that. At the same time, I'm doing this for you guys. Okay, not only because I'm a sports fan, but I talk everything in general. So anyhow, good luck to everybody, especially all the sports fans. Good luck to your team on Sunday. Hey, Finns win. That's fine. They don't. It's a new season. Once again, you don't give up. What's the word they say in baseball? Uh, Anything can happen until what the fat lady sings, whatever they call that theme that they say. But this is pro football. Anything can happen. And look at the Dolphins. And if our team goes, fine. If they don't, it's not the end of the world, guys. But anyhow, God bless. God bless everybody. Stay safe. Speak to you guys soon. Enjoy your holiday. And thank you once again for subscribing on Sports Night with Jorge. And have a good day. Thank you.